Oh, what is the name of the mountain in that movie? The funny, we're like,
Mount Wanahakalugi.
Wanahakalugi.
That one movie, Finding Nemo.
I know, I just forgot which one. Hello, welcome back to Oddvice.
Welcome.
Okay, that was very underwhelming. Okay, I'm just gonna be completely honest with you guys right now. We just recorded last week's episode. We're having like a bulk day today, so like it's like I'm like trying to switch into like a whole new mindset right now.
Coffee's on its way.
Yeah, we're gonna just bear with us. I don't know. Maybe it's just
we're already off to a great start, as you can tell. Season 2 out with a bang.
Out with the gates with a bang. Pew. Hi. We have a story time for today.
It's gonna be a thick one.
It's a thick boy. We kind of teased it in the last episode. It had something to do with some, as you could tell by the title, some pro athletes.
Different athletic games.
Different divisions.
Right. All D1.
Yeah, actually though, right? They're professional, whatever. NBA and NFL. That's D1, or is D1 colleges?
D1 is for sure colleges. Steven?
And Crondelet and De La Salle were D1, weren't they? And they're not even a college. They're high schools. They're private schools. I don't know. Literally not the point.
Literally NFL and NBA players.
Yeah. We'll get into it. But before we get into that, can we discuss something that's at least new on our horizon? Nick Jonas's new album.
It
was released in March.
Right. Long time ago.
Like, it's not technically new, but I do not think this album got enough praise.
Right. It didn't get enough marketing.
No, like his team's got to be on it.
Yeah. We didn't see, we kind of came across it. We were driving around LA one day, just bored. And
I played Levels, the song Levels, which is from an old album. It's a fucking
banger.
Pop. Such a good song.
So we were like, hold on, he dropped an album recently, 2021. We listened to the whole thing through, beginning to end, and it's literally not a single skipper.
No skipper at all.
He's so talented.
He's so talented, and like, as much as the Jonas Brothers, I love them, and as much as that like obviously kickstarted all their careers, like I wish people really understood him as an individual artist as well, but I think people still are just like Joe Bros.
Yeah.
Which I get. I feel like it is hard to kind of break out of that old name, right, especially something so big. like the Jonas Brothers. But the album is so amazing. It's produced perfectly.
Beautifully. Each song, the end of the first song leads into the beginning of the next.
It's amazing.
And I think that's so genius. It's obviously been done before, but like it was so seamless that we were like, hold on, are we listening to a new song?
Right. We had to like go back and check. Like the fact that you couldn't that it was, like you said, it was so seamless was special. But the way he does it too, it's like the two songs will be so different, but he'll do this key change that's almost kind of eerie to the ear. Like it'll be like it'll kind of like vortex.
It warps you into the next song
to where you're like you just said, whoa, is this a new song? Like, what's up? It's so good. We've been listening to it for like a few weeks now, but we've been dying to talk about it on the podcast because we're like,
that's what we do.
To know about
we
this.
Share music,
right? And this is probably in my top 5 albums.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
like it's that good. It's so good, and the music videos are really good. Like it's called Spaceman. The whole album is called Spaceman, and it's kind of cool to hear him sing about his wife too, like who it's about. Right. I feel like songs kind of get this whole new
layer of context
and like makes it real. It's not just like tutti frutti lyrics. Like he's actually talking
he's
about.
He's not dreaming. It's his real life.
Yeah. Oh my god, she's even in one of the videos. I think in Spaceman, right? The video for Spaceman.
Yeah.
Really cool video too. Really seemed pretty high budget. He has like it's like he has the money, but. I don't know.
I wish this would have been hyped when it dropped.
Someone, I don't know who he's signed with or what, but like he needs a better marketing team. And if you're out there, we'll do it.
Sure. Oh my God, hire us.
We would be so good at everything we do. We were talking about this recently.
We went out to dinner and we were like, every time we go to a restaurant, we're like, okay, what would we do different? Like, how would we decorate this? And we're going to open a restaurant. It's on the horizon.
It's on the horizon. Manifest it for us, guys, please. But like, you're so right. Every time we go anywhere, we're like, oh, I would have done different utensils. Like, I would have done a different napkin.
This with this, and like maybe this could have looked different on the menu.
The bar's facing the wrong way. The verbiage of some things, I'm like,
Right.
okay, you're taking it way too far. It's a fucking grilled cheese. It's
Yeah.
not an artisan bread with exquisite cheddar. Like it's a grilled cheese. Like there's something there that we're good at. I don't know what it is. I think we're good at building aesthetics,
but in a logical way, like in shit that makes sense in the consumer's eyes.
right?
Yeah. Because you can build aesthetics all day, every day.
Right.
But like you said,
what's
gonna hit, and like you can go over the top with aesthetics where it's like, okay, reel it in.
Right.
Reel it in. And I feel like we balance that really well.
Exactly. Like, oh no, I won't get into that.
Yeah, so listen to Spaceman, and if you are on his marketing team, hire us. We'll consult.
Yes, please.
No worries. So what's your song of the day?
Let's go off Spaceman.
Right.
Let's like do I like Delicious.
Okay. I love This Is Heaven.
Oh, that is a really good one.
Oh my God, I love
this
it.
This is heaven.
Ooh.
He does this thing where like he does a lot of chorus work.
Yes.
And I think that's so
Their
special.
family's really religious.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What?
They're very religious.
I had no idea, but it's so beautiful. It like, I don't know. It makes you feel something. Choruses in general just make you.
Oh my God.
feel
Choirs.
something. Choruses. What's the difference?
A chorus is a part of a song.
No, but like I took chorus class.
Okay, yeah. So it's like what they sing, but a choir is the composition of people who sing a chorus. I believe.
I literally just pulled out of hair.
A choir. He works with choirs a lot.
People singing all
Oh my
together,
God. Also,
harmonizing.
go watch his version of I Get Jealous or Jealous. It's the choir version. If you haven't seen it on YouTube already, I literally watch it like every 2 weeks because it's just, it makes my heart go.
It's
pump, pump, pump.
good. It's just like I think there's only like boom mics. Like they're not mic'd up. It's not even. They're
It's
just
so
all like
raw.
dancing, like vibing in front of the camera. Like it's such a cool video.
Yes. Shout out Nick Jonas. He's great.
Yes, absolutely. Hi, Nick. He's married. I'll chill. Whoa, Kristen Riordan. Another thing. Handmaid's Tale.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it is kind of like a little in the past, but again, I feel like for the first few episodes here, we're gonna still be catching up, you guys, on so many things that we've been
lots
through in
happened
the break.
past couple months.
But it's the ending.
We were disappointed.
Yeah. Okay. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Fast forward if you don't want to hear this.
Okay, we kind of talked about this a little bit. I feel like I came to the conclusion that I think this season was used as a stepping stone into a broader storyline for the show. Like if you look at something like Game of Thrones or like Dexter, those bigger shows that have like 6, 7, 8 seasons, there's always a season in there in the middle that's used as a stepping stone into this broader picture. And it's like when you binge shows where you can watch all the seasons together, you don't really notice how much of a filler season it is. But since we're watching it as it's coming out, we're noticing more. So we're like, hold on, this season, a lot's changed. But the way it ended, there wasn't a crazy cliffhanger.
Not at all.
There was, yeah. It's the end was very kind of left you on a limp.
But that show is so good at cliffhangers. So I was so like,
well, I think the whole premise of this season was a cliffhanger in itself, in that the following season the whole show has changed. Big spoiler. June is in Canada.
Yeah.
So that's the premise
we've been
of
wanting.
Right. The premise of the show is taking a fat left turn.
Right.
I think they just needed to use this season as that stepping stone.
I sure hope so, because if not, like I feel like that is like a big fandom, me included, like part of it. It pissed me off. We literally were like, what? And we were looking up forums and stuff, and people were like, oh well, the death of the commander was a big thing, and that was a big thing. And like a lot of the headlines of the articles we were reading were like, fans are so relieved and satisfied. That was a big word in a lot of those headlines, was fans are satisfied that Fred died. And I didn't feel satisfaction. Because I wrote him off already.
He was kind of a secondary character the whole season regardless.
I'm more invested in Serena. If we're talking about like the Waterfords, I'm more invested in Serena. She has a big one. I mean, she's pregnant. Like that is a big thing.
Well, and I think this paves the way. Him being Fred Waterford being gone from the show paves the way for, I think they're gonna shift gears and they're really gonna focus on her storyline now.
Because now she's like independent. She can kind of like do what she wants. It's almost like liberating for her. Like she was tripping about having to still be with him because it's technically his kid. But like
there's a lot of questions in the air for her storyline right now. And
another big question mark that was not cleared up at all, and I'd love to hear if you've seen it, which obviously you have if you're at this point. So do we know June's baby? Do we know who the dad is? Because clearly Fred is able to have kids, whereas up until this point we didn't think he was, hence why she had to do it with the driver. I said do it like I'm in 4th grade.
Or what I think is a possibility is it's not Fred's kid and Serena was hooking up with the
driver.
No.
What's his name?
Serena was hooking up with the guy in Canada, the like US ambassador for Canada. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I think they're going to show a flashback and be like, they had one night where they got drunk and hooked up. And it could be his.
You said that a few times. You're like, I feel like there's something there. I did not see that with them. I just looked at that he was just like a crutch for her.
I think there was one point where like she was about to walk in a room and I always notice camera work and it focused on the way he looked at her. There's something there.
I usually catch on that too. I did not catch that.
I think it's a possibility.
You know what? I hope so, because then it would be cool for her to have this like tender spot in her heart for somebody from Canada.
Yeah.
Like somebody that's on the other
doing
side.
Well, that's doing good.
Doing good for the world. Right. God, it's such a good show. I mean, we'll end spoilers here, so hi everybody. Please go watch it. Like it's so well done. It's one of those shows that kind of give you a lot of anxiety too, to be completely honest, because you're like, is this where we're headed?
I mean, damn near.
Right? And like, I don't know. It's just such a good show.
Great show. Wait, what are you wearing?
Oh my God. Well, elephant in the room. I'm not wearing pants. So as we were just saying, we're doing a bulk day right now with all these episodes, and so we packed a bag with multiple outfits to like switch it up a little bit for you guys, even though we totally just blew our cover. And I forgot to pack pants. So
she's just sitting in her shirt and her underwear.
So come over to visual. Oh my God. I have a pillow on my lap though.
Yeah, no, you can't see anything.
You can't see anything, don't worry. But you could tell the way I'm sitting is very like... We're wearing matching socks?
Yeah, we got them from Old Navy one day. I think we talked about our Old Navy trip on the podcast.
Wait, no, we didn't. We weren't podcasting then.
Yeah, because...
No. Because that was the day we were on live.
Oh.
That big live stream we did. We're sleeping on Old Navy, people.
Yeah, get there.
Run there.
Run, not walk.
Run, don't walk. We went into Old Navy a few weeks ago because we were just like, what's up? Like, let's just see what the buyers are doing.
Nothing. I walked back into 2002.
Oh yeah, it's the same exact shit. But they had some fun socks.
Yeah, cool. You got a cute, like some cool graphic tees, right?
But from the little boys section.
Right.
So run, don't walk to the little boys section of Old Navy. There's really cool, like, I got one that said like pizza over slime. Like, it's just like little boy shit. I got one that was like literally had the recipe on how to make slime on the shirt. There's so many good ones.
Sick. But yeah, MTV socks.
Oh yeah, MTV socks. And then I'm wearing my Chili Bowl shirt that I've probably worn 6 times. Yeah, I think you'll notice we haven't really got any new clothes.
I was thinking that. I was like, they probably want to see some fresh outfits, right?
Maybe we should shop a little.
Yeah, we'll do a little back to school shopping trip.
Oh my God, I love it. We'll get binders.
Sure.
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing, it's from Pop Up LA, really cool vintage t-shirt shop on Melrose. It says, I'm back from the future, your history.
The look into the camera, breaking the fourth wall. It's cute. That's my favorite shirt.
Oh, it's favorite. And it has a cool seam up the front. Everyone's like, why do you have a seam up the front of your shirt?
That's the number one thing I borrow in your closet.
Yeah. It's a good one.
My favorite. Sorry, one more like music shout out, because I have to, like, before we get into the story. I love what Olivia O'Brien is doing right now.
She's so talented.
That's all I just want to say. I'm really excited for all her new shit. Did you see like she's doing like seasons?
Yeah.
Of, like, it's almost like it's a show, like the way she's dropping her music.
Yeah.
I could tell her new shit's gonna be amazing.
She's so creative.
She's so creative and so underrated.
So true to herself.
Right. And she's so kind. We should get her on the podcast.
Yeah.
Olivia, if you're watching,
Slide.
Should
we just get freaking into it?
Can we grab our coffees and then let's get into this fucking story?
Okay.
Be right back, guys. Oh yeah, we have fresh waters. Essentia, my favorite water brand. Plug. We got coffee from a place called Undergrind. I got an iced Americano. What'd you get? Oh my god, they're bendy straws.
It's like they knew. This is a iced latte with almond milk.
Can I try? Want to try mine? Ugh. I do not like yours. Yours sucks.
Gross. No taste.
You clearly don't, because you can drink that with a straight face. Anyway, let's get into it.
This is gonna be crazy.
So excited for this story. This is one of those stories where, like, as it was happening,
we were just like,
this is great for the podcast. We just kept saying, like, dude, this is gonna be everything for the podcast. So let's
start from the beginning.
Yeah. This is the story.
We're gonna need that.
Where's your phone?
Oh my god.
We have a shared notes app.
Ooh, mini dinosaur.
This is the story of how we got stood up by pro athletes.
Twice. On 2 separate occasions by 2 different groups of people.
Yep. Just did it again. So
not that far apart in time.
Not really.
Weeks.
Ugh. Anyway, let's start with the NBA.
Love that.
Love that.
Okay.
Take the lead.
Okay. This was probably just like a couple months ago. We were at State Social, and really cool restaurant bar in West Hollywood. And we're waiting in line to get in. We had reserved a table for 6 people. There was 3 of us. It was me, you, and Leanna. But half of our group didn't show up. And as we're walking up, we noticed like 3 really tall, hot guys.
Like skyscrapers.
Really tall, hot guys. We noticed them. There's 3 of them. And we're like, oh,
there's 3
cool.
of us.
Word. But they get turned away because they didn't have reservations. So we obviously, with 3 open seats at our table, we're like, yo, why don't we just like go see if they want to join us? So we run up to them. We literally leave the restaurant and run up the street and like chase them down.
Like, they had been walking for a minute. We were like, no, we have to.
Right. Hold on. Let me fix my headphone.
So we run up to them. We're huffing and puffing. Like, we ran.
Oh, yeah.
And we're like, hey, we noticed you guys like didn't go into State Social. We have an extra 3 seats because like they didn't have a reservation. Obviously, that's why they got turned away. We have an extra 3 seats. Like, if you want to come
join us.
They were just like, oh,
sure.
Okay, sure. Like, hella chill.
And keep in mind, we didn't know who they were.
No.
We didn't know anything about them. They were just like tall, cute boys that we were like.
That's the thing. Like, can we preface real quick? Like, we have these stories with these athletes, but we didn't know they were athletes until we got to know them.
This is literally just fucking LA.
Right. Ew.
I know.
You're
it's gross.
Right. Okay, anyway.
But it wasn't like we targeted them and we're like,
ooh, they're
professional
status.
athletes.
We had no fucking idea. And I think you guys can tell we don't give a fuck. We don't fucking care. I'm not wearing
Does it
pants.
look like we give a fuck? Yeah, so they come back to us. We ended up having like super fun at State Social. We're taking shots. We just have like a couple beers, and we're sitting there talking, kind of hitting it off with them. Not in like any way where like we're literally just like
6 people getting to know each other.
Yeah,
There was no like
no
I
flirty,
liked this guy.
nothing flirty.
Literally nothing.
Literally just vibes. Dinner ends. Actually, I don't even think we ate. I think we got like fries or something.
It was pretty late.
But we called it a night and we went our separate ways. And then they ended up texting us after they got, because they were from out of town. They all don't live in LA, by the way. From out of town, they were staying at an Airbnb, and they text us and they're like, yo, do you guys want to just like come back to ours? We're just like hanging out, smoking, whatever.
At this point, we did what every friend group does, and we kind of temp checked each other, like, does anybody here have weird vibes? Like, we all have a pretty good gut feeling of people, and we didn't. We have any bad vibes
we were
from
like,
them.
super cool. Actually,
they weren't flirty. They were we were just literally getting to know them. We're talking about what they do. Like,
yeah. And I feel like we all have a threshold of like men that we kind of like feel safe with.
Yes.
I felt that vibe from these men.
Absolutely.
I was like, if shit were to go down at this restaurant right now, like they would save us.
Right. They'd stand in front of us. Walk by a tree.
So we felt cool about it. We went back to their Airbnb. I think they had like pizza there. We were just like chilling in the kitchen.
Yeah. Nobody at this point was like slosh. Like it was like, we were taking shots, but it wasn't that type of night. And we went into their backyard of the Airbnb and sat around the fire pit. We passed around a joint.
We were playing like a whole bunch of music.
Yeah. Just like
talking
vibes. And the night kind of ended. We got each other's contacts. We got each other's socials. And that was kind of it. And then a few weeks later, not too much longer later, I feel like they asked to collab.
They have their own business, and
you could probably tell we're being vague about this because at the end of the day, we want to keep this very, very anonymous, for respect of them and their careers and whatnot. But they wanted to collab on a level, and we were so down.
Yeah, like we were like, oh my, we cleared the weekend.
Yep.
We were like, let's do it. Like we obviously all hit it off.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is gonna be seamless. It's gonna be so fun. So they let us know what weekend they were coming to town. We cleared the weekend. We set up a brunch at the Henry.
Yes. We told you guys about this last episode. Please go
to the Henry. So we set up a brunch at the Henry. We took them to the Henry.
It was one of their birthdays.
Yes, it was one of their birthday weekends.
So, what's his name? What name do we want to give him? Matt.
It was Matt's birthday. Yeah. He was one of the 3. So they showed up and they brought a few friends with them. So there ended up being, there was like 6 of them this time.
Yeah,
it was still me, you, and Leanna, and then these 6 tall men.
Can't stress it enough. So tall.
Literally, like 7 foot.
Yeah.
6'10".
6'7" was Jake.
No, he's 6'10".
Well, how is that even a thing?
Up? I know.
Anyway. So brunch went really, really well. Like vibes again, whatever. We all had like a crazy night the night before too. So we're all like that fun kind of hungover.
Yep.
Like
we're playing cards.
Yeah, we're playing drinking games like at the restaurant. It was great. And we were like, okay, like what's popping after this? Like we were gonna do our collab the next day. So we really wanted this day to be like no work. Let's just vibe so that we have
like kind of a way to break the ice.
Exactly. Break the ice for what we're doing the next day. And we asked them what they were doing after, and they were like, oh, like we're probably
there was
gonna
a UFC fight.
Yeah, we're gonna go watch a fight. You guys should come. And we were just kind of like, okay,
we ain't
down.
got nothing to do.
That was that the weekend of Tana's?
No,
that was the weekend after.
The next story we're about to tell was the weekend of Tana's.
You're right. Okay, we're right. Okay, anyway. So they go back to their Airbnb. We didn't go with them right away, did we?
Yeah.
Oh, we did. Yes. Okay. Anyway, so we go back to the Airbnb and we just like
playing beer pong.
Yeah, play drinking games, like whatever.
Getting to know them like a little bit more than you can at a restaurant, in the way like you stood there and you were like, okay, what's everyone's birthdays?
Yes, I know. We were on. Okay, let me divert a little bit. So I went around and I was like, what's everybody's birthday? And there was this one guy, like at this point we had been with them for a few hours. So now for the first time, like, how do I say this? Like the first time we hung out with them, we told you it was totally like no flirty vibes at all. But now the new guys that they brought, I vibed with one and Alex vibed with one.
Yeah.
So the one I vibed with, we'll call him Jay.
The one I vibed with, his name's Jake.
Because the resemblance of him
to Jake
Paul is uncanny.
Like the way that they move their face, their
voice.
Mannerisms, their voice.
Like they could talk on the phone. I'd be like, is this Jake Paul? Like, and he'd be like, no, this is Jake.
Right.
Yeah. Like insane. So we'll call him Jake. So Jay and Jake. Back to our thing. I'm so over caffeinated. We go around the table. I'm like, what's everybody's birthday? Blah, blah. And we get to Jay, and his birthday is my ex's birthday. And
you literally, we all kind of, you and Leanna just like,
We just like perked up and looked at each other and we were just like,
of fucking course, the one guy that you thought was cute is an Aries.
Right, is a fucking Aries. Like I'm trying to like do this thing where like maybe I don't dabble with Aries for a little bit because clearly like it doesn't work for this time in my life. Anyway, it was just like a funny little coincidence. Yeah, and like I said, Alex was vibing with Jake. So at this point, like we can tell it's gonna be an even like funner night. Is funner word because
More fun.
Like now we get to be like flirty.
Yeah.
So around 7, we wrap up beer pong and they're like, all right, let's go watch the fight. We have a reservation at 40 Love.
Yeah.
So 40 Love, another restaurant shout out. We had never been before. It was so fun. It was kind of like on the outside, it looks like it would be like a really small,
like intimate
tavern.
Yeah.
But like it goes into the back. It's like a little sports bar kind of thing.
Cool vibe. Really good drinks.
Yeah, very, very good. The food, the tacos. Oh my God. Talk about the taco thing.
Oh my God. Wait, no. Okay. So, we were, I could say this. We were shrooming.
Yeah. I mean, it's anonymous.
Right. We were shrooming and we were sitting there with Jake and we're talking about how life is a simulation and
like total shroom talk.
Total shroom talk. And like, there's someone, this is the Truman Show and someone's in the back like cueing actors to come into the room.
Because our waitress, you guys.
Oh, she was a robot.
She was like,
hello.
Can I get
any
you guys
drinks?
anything? And then like we would be like, we would test it. We'd be like, all right,
okay,
she's going to come in 3 seconds. And she'd walk up and be like, how you guys doing?
Right. And then at one point we're like, okay, we're seeing the color yellow. And then we kind of sit back and like literally
Not literally seeing the color. We weren't tripping. We were saying,
we were like, let's test the color yellow in this simulation.
Yes.
We sit back and it can't be more than like 5-10 minutes. And a guy walks in a yellow leopard top and bright yellow pants. And he's like, first of all, yeah, he's like part of our group. And we didn't know that anyone else, not that it
was an issue.
Right. But we just didn't know that anyone else was meeting up with us. And the fact that Mr. Yellow walks in when we had manifested yellow.
And sits at our table. Like he's not just somebody in the restaurant wearing yellow. Like he's part of our group at this point.
Right. And we're like, oh my God.
The taco story though, please tell us.
So he ordered tacos and
Mr.
Yellow ordered tacos and I think I was just like, he was fully like sitting down eating them.
Well, he got up for a second. Remember, he went to like the bathroom or something.
Oh yeah, he got up for a second and I had pointed to someone at the other end of the table and I was like, hey, let me get the tacos, bring the tacos over here. And they were fully the other man's order,
like, still steaming. He hasn't even touched them. He was probably like, ooh, once I get out of the bathroom, my tacos are there, I'm hungry.
Right. I ate 2 tacos.
Alex went in on
his tacos.
The tacos. Like,
I needed food.
We did need food, but we could have ordered it.
Right.
But we did end up ordering nachos too, but it's just like, you took the tacos.
Yeah, I took his tacos.
Yeah, you guys had to be there.
Yeah, so I ate the man's tacos. But, so we're all just like sitting there, the fight's over, and they're like, we have a table at a club, Nightingale.
Nightingale.
No, Poppy.
Oh, Poppy. Right.
We'll
get into that later. So Poppy.
Really they have a table at a club, Poppy. You guys should come. And we're like, all right. It's first of all, we had brunch with these men. So we were like, it was 12 o'clock. I was in like a tiny dress.
I was in like a tank and jeans. Like
right. Super casual brunch. This day went on a lot longer than we kind of just had expected it to.
Right.
So we're like, fuck it, let's just keep the night going. So we get into, oh wait, we kind of missed something. On the way to 40 Love. Or was it on the way to the club? The party bus.
On the way to the club.
Okay. So we end up going back to their house and we're kind of waiting for
the club to open.
Yeah, like an appropriate time to go to the club. And I think I like go outside to smoke a cigarette with Jake and we kind of go in the backyard and we end up laying in the backyard and we're shrooming. So we're looking up at the stars, of course. And then we just start hardcore making out.
Yeah.
Hardcore making out. And we kind of were at each other's hips for the rest of the night. But it was time to go to the club. And Matt, things started to get weird when we were at the house.
Like once we got to the house, like if you guys know, when you're having a full party day, any downtime, you have to keep the vibes going or you will crash.
Yeah.
We all know that. That's like
so we
day
were
drinking
like
101. So we're trying to keep the vibe up, but we're starting to notice that Matt and the other guy, what did we call him?
Bass.
Matt and Bass were like kind of like almost like scatterbrained. Like they were just tripping about something else. You can tell that they like weren't.
They had something else on their mind.
Right. Like they were even like in their rooms for a minute.
Yep.
And at this point we were like, guys,
should we go?
Should we go?
Is this like a little weird?
We didn't say that to them, but to us three girls, we were like, is this weird? Like just trying to read the vibes, because at this point our thing was like, we don't want to be those LA girls like hopping onto a guy's group of plans. Like, I mean, the table we were going to was paid for, and like that even felt kind of unnatural for us. Like, we're just not those type of people. It makes us feel a little uncomfy, but we felt so welcome the whole day. Like we kept saying,
and
this
the
whole
rest
story,
it was
vibes
literally
were
just like
great.
the two that the light switch kind of flipped, because the rest of the group was so like, all right, you all ready? Like they were on our level.
But we kept it in mind, and we were just like, okay, whatever, like let's just go. Like once we get to the club, I'm sure we'll be fine.
Right.
So we asked, we're like, should we call the Ubers? And they're like, yeah, actually, you guys call Uber.
Meet us there.
Our buddy got us a party bus, and it's like fully packed. And I cringe saying this, because at this point we really felt like those LA bitches, like,
because we're literally standing outside waiting for an Uber, and they're like all getting on a party bus, and we're like, yo, should we just go? Like this is getting weird.
But then at this point, like, we're on shrooms, like nothing crazy, by the way. Like when we shroom, we're not like tripping. We usually just kind of like lightly dose, and it's just like euphoric, so we're not like twacked out. But at this point we're just like, we're already at this point, and your vibe, like you're big time vibing with Jake. Yeah. Me and Jay, it was really nothing crazy. We were just kind of like, I fuck with you. So we went, and they got into the party bus, and they got there way before us, because clearly their bus was already there when we were just asking if we should call the Uber. Right. And right now in LA, Ubers are taking very long.
Literally like 25 minutes to get to the house.
It's crazy, when Ubers used to be like 3 minutes. So we get there, and we're outside of Poppy. And when you're outside of a club and you're just standing around, the guards, what are they called, security guards, the people at the front are like, yo, you need to get in line. Like it just looks bad when people are pooling around the entrance. Like it's this LA club culture
and
thing.
Everyone knows someone who has a table and is trying,
so you can't just say,
ask this guy to get a table.
Yeah, you can't just be like, no, my friend's in there. Like everybody's using that excuse, whether it's true or not. So we're one of those people, and that's even made us feel uncomfortable. We're like, what the fuck? Because they didn't wait outside for us. And
I'm calling Matt, because he's still the only person who I have his phone number. Mm-hmm. And I'm calling him, and he's not answering, and I'm like, yo. Like, but then at that point we see Jake and Jay in the
entrance,
at the back entrance, and they're like trying to get us, and we're like pointing to them like, yo, come to the front, because they need someone to come grab us. Right. So they come get us, and we go inside, and immediately like the vibes was weird. Were off.
It like even kind of the whole club was like that at one point. Like it felt. I feel like sometimes when you go into clubs, like it's just a pool full of lost souls. Yeah. So we saw that, probably because we're on shrooms too. We could like see through everybody's soul, but honestly, it was weird, and everybody felt it. I think people were also just really tired, like benefit of the doubt, whatever. But we could tell something was up. At this point too, Jay.
Oh my God.
Jay was hammered, you guys. Like hammered. This man. So at a club, at a booth, you either sit on the floor, sit on the booth, or you sit on top of the booth. Usually the girls go on top of the booth, because we're you can, like 5 foot something. And I don't even know how this man's standing. He hops. He's like, no, let me up there. I'm standing up there with you. And at this point, he was honestly like, he was just being way too much. He was like pulling on the back of my pants, like pulling me close to him. And I literally looked at him and I said, you need to stop. Yeah. Like, stop. And I looked at Matt, his homie, and was like, yo, get him. And he helped clear the situation. Again, I just want to say, even though this is anonymous, there was no point where we were insanely uncomfortable. We still think very highly of all these men. Like, I still consider them safe people, like we said at State Social.
Right.
Like,
it was just off vibe of the night.
Right. And he was hammered, and I'm like, you need to sit down. He finally sits down, and he literally for the next hour and a half, this man would not shut the fuck up about pizza.
Literally would just ask everyone, do you like pizza?
What's your
topping of the pizza?
And like, all honesty, I'm not a big pizza person, so
Right.
I said that, and he was like, "What? What is your favorite food then? Do you like pizza? Let's." And then he changed the word of the day, and he kept saying, "Let's order pizza. Let's go home and order pizza," and he just kept
Nonstop.
saying it. You guys, it was so bad. And then did you notice, out of nowhere, so Bass brought the pizza cupcakes?
Yes.
It's like this new, I feel like it's like a Postmate thing, pizza cupcakes. It's literally a cupcake but made of pizza. It's kind of
Oh,
weird.
he was probably juiced.
No,
off
they were on his lap.
that.
He's like, "These are so good," and he ate one. And then I was like, "Why aren't you eating the rest?" He's like, "I don't want these anymore." At this point, I'm like, all attraction to this man was out the window. I was like, "You are
So
a boy."
gone.
The second a guy can't handle their liquor, I'm just like, I don't know if it's because it's a weird trigger for me or what, but I'm like, get it together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I understand having a drunk, sloppy night where you black out and don't remember. We've all had multiple of those. Like, they're funny. But, like,
There was something
tell,
about, like, you could tell this was his drunk.
Right. Yeah.
And that's just not attractive.
It's not attractive. But I had to build his character a little bit.
There was a point of the night where me and Jake were sitting next to each other, and we're just vibing, and we're still like talking about how we're in a simulation and this is a Truman
Right.
show, and like everyone was just placed here, and we're kind of like looking around, and he looks at you and he goes, "She's kind of hot, huh?" And I was like, "No, yeah, Kristen's great." And then he leans over to you. What does he say?
He leans over to me and, like, kind of like motions his hand for me to come closer. I'm like, "What's up?" He's like, "You down to have a threesome?" Never in our lives have
No.
we been asked that, which I'm kind of surprised.
Right.
Like,
what the hell?
We're a nice little duo, but nobody's ever asked that. And he was like, "You guys want to have a threesome?" And I literally, like, I don't even think I said anything. I
sat back and
leaned
I was
back.
like, I'll let them deal with this.
I looked at Alex and was just like, and then I told you at one point, I'm like, he just asked if we wanted a threesome.
Yeah.
But, like, we couldn't really react because I said that. I bent over him to tell you. He's sitting in the middle of us. I'm like,
Right.
he just wants to have a threesome. It was weird though. Like, I had never been asked that. Like, with you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was just like not prepared for that. At this point too, we noticed that Matt and Bass were like really like distanced,
Like, checked
from
out.
us too, like physically distanced on the other side of the table, like not really paying any mind to us. So we were just like, let's go.
Yeah.
Like,
The night was over.
the night's over. We're clearly kind of not wanted at this point, and it didn't feel good. And we get an Uber home, and we told them that, and they're like, no, actually everybody's on leave right now. So we all get back to the Airbnb. You and Jake go outside, and like, I think you guys probably knew, like, we're leaving each other, like, let's go, like, say goodbye.
Right.
Like, you guys had your own alone time outside, and all I'm thinking at this point is, holy shit, Jay's going to be home any minute. I need to run because
Pizza boy.
Pizza Boy is going to be home any minute, and I
Well,
just
no. So he when you so sorry. Go ahead.
well, no, you're good. So I told Alex, I was like, I'll be outside. Like, I went outside and I called Tanner. I was on the phone with Tanner for like fucking hour, and I was just like, I need to hide. I literally went across the street so that there was no shot that when Jay got out of the party bus, he even saw me, and I like hid. I literally hid.
So he got into the house and he was like, we're just like, hey, what's up? Like, glad you guys made it home. He was like, yeah, no, I'm about to order pizza. Like, what do you guys want? And I'm like, dude, it's like, it's 3 a.m. Like, no one's going to
least.
deliver pizza here in LA. Like, LA places don't stay open that
Not
late.
like New York.
No. I was like, there's no shot you're going to find anything to be delivered. And he was like, no, I'm going to get pizza right now. What do you guys want? And I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to go. Like, no one's going to deliver you pizza. It's so early in the morning, that late at night, early in the morning.
Right.
Like, no one's going to deliver your pizza.
Yeah.
Let it go.
That man was on another level.
So I call you and I'm like, all right, I'm coming out.
We go home.
We go home. It's the end of the night.
Did you got Jake's number?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So great. If we got anything from the situation, like,
Right.
you have a great friend. We get home and we're like, all right, let's go to bed because the next morning we're waking up to do our collab.
Right. We have a big day.
Remember, this whole day with them was to break the ice for our collab. And we get up and we're so hungover.
Literally fighting to get off the couch.
Yes. So hungover. We get ready. We look hella cute.
Oh
Like,
my God.
whatever.
We cleaned up.
We cleaned up. And our rooms are right next to each other, and I'm like, all right, you ready? Yeah. We'll grab our bags. We're walking down the stairs. I'm literally going to grab my keys, and Alex looks at her phone. She says, shut the fuck up. And what was on your phone?
I can read it.
Read it.
Okay.
She has a nice little message from Matt. You probably know where this is going.
So upsetting. He goes, yo, have a change of plans. We're not in good shape right now, and Bass is dealing with some other stuff. Sorry for the last minute cancel, but we will for sure be back here soon, and we'll do the collab then. My apologies. Okay, hold on.
You're telling me we just got fully fucking ready?
Well, not only that, but we cleared a whole weekend.
Yeah.
We planned planned a brunch to break the ice. We stayed all day to hang out with you guys. At the end of the night, we started feeling a little bit unwanted, so we went home thinking, all right, it's time, like, let's just start fresh in the morning and get fully ready, break out of our hangover for this. And you're going to cancel literally as we're stepping out the door to drive.
Yes.
Far.
Really far, like literally across LA. And I understand last minute cancellations. I do. It happens to the best of us, but I think they knew.
No, they knew.
I wish they would have done it the night before.
Right.
And what's weird now, like, to give you like a follow-up of this, like, Matt's responded to my story hella normal.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I never responded to that cancel text.
Right.
Thinking like, God, maybe
like,
get the
this.
hint.
Right. But like now they're just trying to act hella normal. I'm like,
that's not cool. Have some respect.
Right. But I feel like, which we'll get into in the next story, like there's some fucking entitlement that pro athletes have.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into. But I guess silver lining of the day, we actually came up with a new term because okay, I'll get to there. You'll remember what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So we're fully ready and we're like, what the fuck? Like, fuck this. We need to go do something with our day. And at first you were like, no, like, let's just stay. I said, I don't care, Alex. We are going to the Henry. We go back to the Henry to have a full brunch. I'm like,
yes.
It's on me. Literally, like, at this point, I'm like, I want to be reckless and just like, I got so cute and ready and I'm not going to make it for no reason. So we go back to the Henry and we had a brunch together and
our friend Kaya met us out.
Oh my God, you guys, you need to meet Kaya. We'll have her on the podcast as one of the guests. She's
great.
Fucking hilarious. She's the funniest person in the world. She meets us out and we're sitting in the car and I looked at Alex and I said, no, let's make this a good day. Us going to the Henry right now take what could be such a shit day and flip it around and do the most you can with it.
Yep. Because I was ready to have a bad day.
Right. You were like,
I was pissed.
Rightfully so. We were both just like, what the fuck? Like, fuck that. Like, have some respect. But we were like, no. And we called, oh no, wait, Melly. We called it a Melly, the day. The term I'm not making any sense. Do you not remember what I'm talking about?
I remember it, but I don't remember where Melly came from.
Chris Melly. The owner.
Oh, yes.
So one of the owners of the Henry, his name is Chris Melly. I feel okay giving that out because that's public information.
Right.
That's the guy we met. We told you that in the last episode that we met one of the owners.
And he was super stoked for us to come back that next day.
Yes, we told him we'd come back the next day. So us going back and us making the best of this, what could have been a shit day, we were like, fuck it, let's Melly the day.
Yep.
So now we call...
Every time we're switching it up,
just want to like get out of a bad vibe, because why do we need to sit in a bad vibe for no reason? Just Melly it.
We're gonna Melly the day.
Just Melly it. So
you guys can use that if you want.
You guys can use that too. We had a lovely brunch, and then I was at the point of my hangover where I was like, I need weed. So we went to MedMen, and cherry on top, crescendo, the end of the story. Guess who we saw at MedMen? Rico from Hannah Montana.
Yeah, he was like in line next to us getting weed.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh my God, this is meant to be.
It's a big celeb.
Truman Show.
Right.
That was the last cue of the night.
They were like, all right, just give him one more last laugh.
Right.
So thank you to the producers of the
Truman
simulation.
Show.
Thank you. That's it.
Oh, that's part one.
That's part one. That's the NBA portion of the story.
Right. So we're already bad taste in our mouth for professional athletes. We're like, okay, these guys kind of rickrolled us.
Right. But like, whatever.
Right. We mellied it.
We mellied it.
Then,
so
literally 2 weeks later.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks later. It was the same, to give you context, it was the same weekend as Tana Mojo's birthday party.
Right.
So that whole weekend, that was a crazy weekend. We had like 3 nights of partying.
Right.
It was a very fun party, and we
Didn't
got
get home
hammered.
till 6:30 a.m.
Literally got 6:30 the next morning. Oh my god, that was so fucking crazy. And if you know, like those hangovers where you're just like, let's fucking go. Like the hangover,
you
want to
keep it going.
That's what we had.
Yeah.
I look at Alex and I'm so like, I get like loopy when I'm really hungover. And I looked at her and I said,
let's take a shot.
Alex, let's take a shot.
First of all, it's 11 a.m.
If that.
We slept for 2 hours.
If that. Like we're not Alex and Kristen at this point. Like we're Chuck and Larry. Like I don't know the fuck we are.
And if you follow us on our Instagram, this is the day where we posted a video of us shaking our ass,
but with like the deadest look on our face, but still like we want to party, but like we're dead inside.
Like we kind of forced ourselves to do it, but worth it. So happy.
So worth it. We have a great story. So we take shots, and I was like,
we want a day drink again.
Let's go out. But we had nobody to go with. It was just us at this point.
Yeah.
Leanna was in the Bay.
Yeah.
Leanna was out of town. So it was just you and I in the house. Like
we get ready. We call a couple friends. We're like, hey, meet us out. One of my friends from work, she was like, I called her and she was like, I'm hungover, dude. There's no shot.
Like, it was Sunday too, so like the weekend's over.
Right.
Like Sunday.
We're like, we want to go to Mama Shelter. Let's go.
Full send. And
of course, the one person who we can always rely on
to party, she will full send it. I feel like she's about to walk in.
Every time.
She will full send it every time. She is such a party animal. She will never say no in the best ways possible. Always gets the vibe going.
Always.
The beautiful, the wonderful
Andrea Russett. Love her.
Know she'll bring the fucking vibes.
One of our best friends.
We call her. She's already doing her makeup.
Right. No, she's like, I was just gonna like, I don't know, take pictures.
Of course. And we were like,
all right, get ready.
Get ready. We want to go drink. She's like, okay,
fuck yeah.
Let's go. Where are we meeting? So we get ready, and ends up being, we said meet at 5. So just to give you a timeline, from the point of us wanting to drink to actually starting to drink was almost 6 hours.
But we're also like getting ready, taking shots, like getting hella cute.
Music, like
vibe still up.
Always. Yeah, we meet at Stout
in Hollywood, which is a really good burger joint.
We hadn't eaten at this point.
Right. Literally no food in our stomach.
We're 2 hours of sleep, so hungover, taking shots, haven't eaten.
No, nothing in our system.
So take it away.
So we get to Stout. We think, what a better way to start this night than with a glass of wine. So we
white wine.
Right. We're drinking
white.
Right.
Why?
We're drinking a glass of white
pork rinds. We're drinking a glass
white wine. We have Andrea with us. Vibes are up. We're eating burgers. So Stout in Hollywood is literally like 2 blocks away from our favorite rooftop bar called Mama Shelter. We've talked about it a couple times.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's now officially open to go and just get drinks. Before you could go, but you had to like sit at a table to drink. Food. But now you can like stand at the bar.
Yep.
So we finish dinner. We head over to Mama Shelter, and the second we get up there and get to the bar, we're like, it's like strings pulled us together. We're already like connected and vibing to this group of 3 men and then a girl.
Yeah, like it was so effortless. They were like super cool.
They were
looking.
so
like,
dope.
We all had like the same like fashion
swaggy
vibe.
Yeah.
Like everything we were wearing that day. Like we just something just like you said, perfect way to put it. There was a string that kind of just pulled us to this group. We were meant to meet this group of people.
Yep.
Oh shit. And the girl was hella cool. And
she was so funny.
We were just like off the bat, she like had her arm around us, like we're all just cracking jokes with them, shook hands, like said our names to everybody, and it was vibes. It was fucking vibes. And
we're taking tequila shots.
Oh yeah, so many shots. And we start to get to know them, and they're like, oh yeah, like we play football, like we won't say the teams, but like we're in the NFL. We're like, oh, word, like,
and they were related, so it was 2 brothers and a cousin.
Right. And Mama Shelter has these like big beds, kind of like this, but like a little bit like 2 of these beds,
and it's outdoor. It's
like a day bed.
Yeah, it's a day bed, rooftop.
And we sat there and we just like got to know them. They were really cool. So at this point, we're gonna go with code names. Andrea starts vibing with, we'll call him Tim. They're just kind of like having their own little private conversation, but not like not like annoying clicky.
No.
You know when you like someone starts vibing and they like leave the group? I fucking hate that. I'm like, still keep the vibes.
Right. No, it was very much a group dynamic. At this point, the girl that they were with, she had left. She had went home.
She left kind of randomly too. I don't know why she left.
Yeah.
I don't know if something happened or what, but like she was like in a good mood and then she was kind of like dipped.
I think she was kind of just like over the night. She worked the night before.
Oh, right. Oh, yes, you're right.
Yeah, but she had dipped. So there were 3 girls and then the 3 guys.
Yep.
And we were like all sitting in a group, but Andrea and this guy Tim had really like, they were having a one-on-one conversation for a long time and they were kind of hitting it off.
For sure. And then I was vibing with, we'll call him Bobby. Again, nothing really crazy, but like we were having our own conversation for a minute. And then now at this point, there's 2 secluded conversations. You naturally started talking to
Mike.
We'll call him Mike.
Because he looks
like exactly like Mike Tyson.
Right.
It's without the face tat. Like if you saw a face tat on the guy, that is Mike Tyson. Like to a T. It's so
to a T.
Like he could have said that was his dad and I would have wholeheartedly put money on it and believed it.
Right. So we're chatting it up. It's like a whole vibe and we're kind of like, okay, where's the night going next? So they're going back to their Airbnb because they're from out of town too. They go back to their Airbnb and we at this point we get in an Uber and we're like, all right, meet us at On the Rocks. It's like one of our favorite places. Like we can go get drinks. Like they play great music. We can dance. So we get to On the Rocks and it's closed. And
usually,
we're literally
like we're ready. We get out of the Uber like stoked, ready to like knock on the door. It's like a private little door. Usually it's wide open. They have Barry out there, which is like the best security guard. He's like the greatest guy. He's always there. He's been there for years. Fat line out the door. We walk up. It's just closed,
quiet, silent, and we're like, yo,
fuck, what do we
now
do?
What do we do? Like we have these guys getting ready back at their Airbnb to come meet us,
right?
So we're like, we gotta find a new place.
Yep.
We remember the Den, which is like a cool outdoor bar,
like tavern
thing,
very taverny. It's very fun.
We think at that point we're like, oh, the Den's like right around the corner,
yeah,
right?
It's still on Sunset. It's like a few blocks away.
No, it is 1.3 miles away.
But we didn't know that until we walked the whole thing, and then we didn't figure this out till the next day, actually.
Right, because I'm like, yo, this is so far, my feet hurt.
Like, are we almost there? And we're like, yeah, I think so. I think it's just like around the corner. It was like a
never
video
ending.
game, like where it just keeps. It was never.
It was
ending.
so far.
But we did it.
We walked it.
1.3 miles. Me, Alex, and Andrea just skipping down Sunset
and
Boulevard.
We're like, dope. This is like, it's a little bit of a vibe change, but it's outdoor. Like, we'll have fun. Drinks. It's closed.
It's closed. Well, it is Sunday. What are we thinking? It's fucking closed.
But it's also LA and shit's popping on a Monday night, but not after the year that we had.
Exactly.
And we didn't know
can't
that.
be open that long. So when in doubt, backtrack a little bit down Sunset. We went to Saddle Ranch. But we didn't even really go to Saddle Ranch.
Right.
We stood in line at Saddle Ranch for maybe 10 minutes and we told them like, hey, we tried On the Rocks, we tried Den, they're closed, come to Saddle. And they were like, oh, no, we can possibly get a table at Nightingale, this club.
The 3 guys.
Yeah, 3 guys. Same 3 guys.
Tim's hitting up Andrea.
Yes. And we're like I can tell we were kind of deflated at this moment. Like that walk sobered us up like so much. And we're just like,
all right, we gotta either up it because we're going to a club now because it's a totally different vibe change, or we call it a night. Like, what do we do?
We don't want to dog them because they're really cool. And
yeah.
Like, we were all vibing, whatever. So we go. We're just man up. We're like, fuck it. Call an Uber. And we go. And we get there and it was a different day.
Yeah.
It not only felt like a different day because of the vibes, but like they were also in different outfits.
Yes,
they changed.
were able to like change and get ready.
Freshen
they
up.
damn near showered.
Damn near, yeah.
We were still in the outfit that we had put ourselves in when we were hammered that morning. So
sorry, I was thinking the last story for a sec. So we get there and we can't get in.
Yeah, they were like, oh yeah, we got a table. I don't think they had a table. I think they like thought they knew someone who had a table. And let me pause to say right here, the juxtaposition between the weekend that we had with the NBA players and the weekend that we had with the NFL players. The first weekend, the NBA guys, they had everything planned to a T. They were
Great
on their
hosts.
shit with their Ubers. They had everything reserved, tables, like private rooms. And we're like, all right, dope. They got their shit figured out. These NFL players, they're like, this is our first time in LA. We don't know what to do.
I think we can like get in. Like,
Right. I think I know someone who has a table. It was a 180.
So bottom line here, we figured out that NBA players are more organized than NFL players.
Right. That's a
moral of the story.
Big generalization, but it's 100% true, no lies.
Yeah, at least with our research. Literally 2 cases.
Right. So we're standing outside of Nightingale, and clearly it's going to take more than like 20 minutes to get into this club, and we're over it at this point. So we're all standing in a circle, me, you, and Andrea, and we're like, let's call it a night.
Yep.
So the guy Tim, who had been hitting it off with Andrea,
Andrea
was madly in love with Andrea.
Yes.
And he's like standing there, and he overhears us saying, okay, we're going to go home. And he's like, all right. He like hits Andrea like this.
Tap her,
taps her. And he's like, all right, I'm going to go with you. And you can tell Andrea like eyes wide.
Froze
She's
up.
like, yo, I don't want this guy with me.
This was a total girl code moment where you can tell your girl isn't wanting to do something or isn't liking a moment. And we all had a 3-way eye contact, and no word spoken. If you know, you know. No word spoken. We immediately are like,
oh, you're coming back to ours,
you're
right?
coming back to ours. She wasn't.
No.
Of
She was
course
going
not.
home.
Literally going home.
She called her own Uber.
Yes. You're coming back to ours. No. Like, you're staying at ours. And that completely saved her.
It diffused his like any inkling of wanting to go back with her, so he backed off.
Yep.
And we all were like, we said our goodbyes, we walked away, waited for our Ubers, went home for the night.
Yep.
And we're like, all right, like it was chill, they're dope. He was like a little like too flirty, not too flirty, but like
Andrea just wasn't feeling it.
Andrea wasn't feeling it, and he was madly in love with her.
Right.
So
next day.
Like a couple days later, I think it was the middle of the week. They had been there for a week.
Right.
He hit me on the following Tuesday because he was like,
we're leaving.
Mike Tyson.
Right.
Lookalike. He DM'd me and was like, yo, we're here in town for the rest of the week. Any chance you guys want to do like a Taco Tuesday tonight? And I was like, we had something to do. So I was like, well, let's go get dinner tomorrow night.
I think this is where you should start reading DMs.
This is where I should get into the nitty gritty.
Yeah. So this is the part of the story where we were saying like some professional athletes or some men, we don't even have to say professional athletes, but for context of this story, they're so entitled, and so many men cannot take the slightest bit of rejection. I wouldn't even call what we're about to read rejection. It's just like, just get the vibe, get the picture. Go ahead.
So I say, let's do dinner tomorrow night. Kristen and I want to kind of keep it chill after this weekend. Are you guys down for that? And he goes, yeah, for sure. We've been going so hard too. We'll be down for that for sure. I said, word, we'll make the reservations. Will it be you 3? And he said, yeah, I'll let them know now. I said, okay, cool. We made reservations for 8:00 tomorrow night. It's one of our favorite spots, Tessie on Sunset. Tessie? Tessa?
I think it's Tess.
Tess.
Tesse.
Yeah, right. One of our favorite
good.
restaurants on Melrose.
Sunset.
Sorry. He said, perfect. And I said, see y'all then. He hits me that day, and he goes, you, Kristen, and Andrea are pulling up tonight, right? And we had called Andrea already, and she had a session in the studio, so she couldn't come. I said, Andrea can't make it, but it'll be me, Kristen, and our girl Leanna. And he goes, tell Andrea to hit my brother for me, please. He hasn't talked to her since the club. He wanted to leave with you guys. So okay, hold on.
We tell Andrea this, and she sends us a screenshot of Tim's text to her the next morning. Baby, are you gonna make us breakfast? Babe, are you gonna make us that vegan breakfast you were talking about?
Why aren't you answering? I'm just checking in on you. Why aren't you answering?
Like boom, 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 boom.
Literally
back to back.
like 5 missed FaceTimed her at like 10 a.m. the next morning. Just a lot.
Just
Doing
to give you
most.
context of what we're about to say.
I said, yeah, she has his number. She'll hit him if she wants. And he goes, give this to her. It's his number. Gives me his number. I said, yeah, she has it. She has the number.
Just said.
And he said, tell her to text him because he got a new phone since we all kicked it together. We checked. We cross-referenced. He didn't get a new phone because she already has his number, and it's the same number that he had just given me.
Right.
I said, honestly, I don't think she was feeling it, LOL. Trying to be like as blunt as possible because he was clearly pushing back in a way that he wasn't getting the hint.
Yes.
He goes, they were making out and all cuddled up. You're kind of hating on them right now. Instead of helping, it would be better for all of us. sorry, instead of hating, it would be better for all of us. We would have all of our friends rocking together. I said, yo, I'm not hating. After he was blowing up her phone that night and all the next day, she wasn't into it anymore. So he tried to deflect his brother getting rejected onto me and saying I was hating on the connection that they had.
Like you're the reason she's not coming,
right,
or some shit.
Like, no, dude, you're not seeing it as it is.
Nope.
He said before he lost his phone, he wanted to see if she was good. He was trying to get a hold of her, but okay, I was just trying to get them back in contact. I said, all good, but don't trip. It'll still be a good group night tonight. Because remember, we still had reservations to go to dinner with them.
Yep.
We were going to bring Leanna instead of Andrea because she couldn't go.
Right. At this point, we were like, I said, I was like, I think they're going to cancel.
Yeah. I was like optimistic. I was like, there's no way. Like,
we planned this whole thing. They asked us.
Yeah.
Like,
we thought it was going to be like a fun night.
Right.
And we thought that his adult brother could handle rejection enough to get over it and like
still just go out with fun people they met. Because at the end of the day, we all vibed. Like we were all.
Right. We were all talking. Actually, the one, Tim, he lived in the town that I grew up in. So like we were chopping it up. Like we all made a big group connection. So we were like, there's no way that they're going to let this one little rejection really shut these boys down. But we got a dinner and I hit him and I say, y'all are coming, right?
Because it's our reservations were at
8
and it was probably like 8:10. We wanted to order. We were hungry. And they didn't answer.
No show. No answer. No show.
We had a table for 6 for 3 girls. And we were stood up again by professional athletes. If isn't a connection there, I don't know what it is. But
yeah,
it was very weird. Like, moral of the story, like, or not moral, but takeaway, like, why couldn't they just be okay with the fact that somebody didn't want to talk to them?
Right, in that way.
Yeah.
Like, we were all vibing as a friend group.
Right.
And I think we made it clear that we still were vibing with them because we made the reservations. We said we'll bring Leanna. It's still going to be a fun group vibe.
Right. To his point, because he was so pressed about, like, you're ruining the group vibe.
Right.
Like, if you really want that group vibe, we still have it. There's still fun people there. Like,
right.
I don't know. That's the story, though. At this point, the way I'm gripping the bed right now, like, were we wrong for anything in this story? Like, I'm curious to hear what you guys think about
any, like, outside perspective. Okay. First of all, I don't think anyone's right or wrong in the situation. It was just kind of like there was clearly a disconnect.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like we handled it as best as we could. What were we going to do? Force Andrea to go because he didn't want his manlyhood
right. Dampered
in any way?
I don't know.
No way.
That's so bunk, though. But it made for a great podcast episode.
Right.
I hope you guys enjoyed.
Stand your ground.
Yes.
If you are feeling like someone's like pressuring you to go with a group dynamic for the sake of going for it,
or
and
your comfortability.
Yeah, and you're uncomfortable. Fuck no.
No.
Stand your ground. Be like, I'm not vibing with this. Don't try and save other people's feelings for your own.
Repeat that again for the people in the back.
Don't try and save other people's feelings ahead of your own.
At the expense of your own. At the expense of your standards. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
And look out for your girlfriends.
Yes. I loved that moment. I was like, we all knew exactly how to handle it. I think that's probably one of the bigger takeaways of the story is just like
girl code.
Read your friends and help them out. And like we'll go back to the NBA story. There was even a point in the night where, like, when we did end up leaving, I could tell there was a part of you still wanted to, like, vibe with Jake. Like, you guys were vibing, but
for sure. I knew you were done,
and you were like, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, like, as much as I wanted to be like here for you because I knew you were vibing, I'm like, I was so uncomfortable with Jay that I'm like, can we please go? And there was no pushback, and I'm very grateful for all the women in my life. I feel like we're surrounded ourselves by women like that would do that for us. So we hope you guys enjoy it. I don't know if this story time was all over the place. We made bullet points to try to make it as like timeline as possible, but let us know if you want more story times because we have a lot. We have a whole lot we can get into.
We can get a professional hockey players. We can get into. Just kidding.
Wait, but anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Oh my god.
Part 2.
Whoa.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll leave you guys with that one. We hope you enjoyed. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, please rate us 5 stars, leave a review, let us know what you think. And yeah.
Check out our playlist for season 2 on Spotify and Apple Music.
Also, for more bonus episodes, exclusive content, bloopers, and so much more, check out our Patreon. Just type in Oddvice. We'll pop right up. Check out, we have 3 different tiers, so find what's good for you or what doesn't. But thanks for your support either way. All right. Love you guys so much.
Bye.
Stand your ground. Bye.